So Scott, what are you bringing to the table? What would you like to play?
I've got loads, mate.
No, only
So
one,
Ross,
yeah.
moving back to you. Go on then. Let's have your top pick.
All right, I've talked about it before. I'm not in no particular order, but I've talked about this one before. Spire, and technically it's sibling Heart, by Rowan, Rook and Decard, and by Grant Howitt. This is like I played a one shot of it before. Shout out Chloe Mashter and others. The sprawling, decaying dystopian world of Spire, where you play as insurgent dark elves belonging to a hidden sort of effectively a terrorist organization in a sort of dystopian world. It's just a brilliantly written game. Like the lore just seeps right into your pores. It's marvelously written. It's one of those tech core books that you could actually read at bed at night and give yourself the willies, not those kind, but yeah, it's just brilliantly written. I'm going to read you a bit from Rowan Decard's website here. Spire is a role-playing game about desperate revolutionary dark elves caught up in a secret war against the high elves, or Elfir, who rule the towering city of Spire. The world of Spire is a brutal one, and players can expect to see their characters suffer at the hands of their oppressors or their rivals. Bodily harm, psychological scarring, and reprisals against their allies are commonplace. But for those willing to do what it takes, Spire is on the brink of full-scale rebellion, and you are poised to push it over the edge. Spire is a mile-high, impossible city, older than anyone can remember. 200 years ago, the High Elves, or Elfir, strange and beautiful masked creatures from the far north, took it from the Dark Elves by force. Now, they graciously allow Dark Elves, or Drow, to live in the city if they perform 4 years of service to an Elfir lord once they come of age. Spire is crumbling from within and without. It is ancient, and has been built and rebuilt countless times, and at the center of the mass there is a jagged, weeping hole in reality called the Heart. It is a nightmarish, dizzying place of perverse luxury and widespread destitution, where Drow laborers toil in vast gardens and sweltering factories to produce treasures for their masters. And it goes on, but I won't go on because I could read from that
Sounds
all.
like my house.
That's cool. What system does it use?
Yeah. I'm gonna say the D6 one. I played it months ago. It's a D6, not a D6 pool. It's D6, D3. Every now and then you might need a D8, but you might not. But it's the setting that got me, man.
Yeah.
At the back of the book, they list their references, and I was already reading through it, being like, "Wow, this is like a China Miéville book. Oh my god, this is so like a China Miéville book." And at the very end, like their top influences, it's China Miéville and the Bastag trilogy, which it feels very much that thing. There is what's kind of good about the campaign is, as you can probably tell, it's super dark. You could go as far as to say is that it's grimdark, but it's still quite progressive despite all that stuff. And also, even though it's super grimdark, killing people doesn't solve problems. Like in a lot of games, popular games that we play, like kill the thing and you've won the thing, here's a reward, and that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. But in Spire, like it's a city with loads of people everywhere, and killing someone is going to raise more attention, or it's going to cause more problems for you down the road. And the key thing, like if you kill like a high elf official or a mayor or whatever, the state will just replace them. Like you don't win politics by killing people in this game. I think it's just marvelously done. It's very Cold War. It's very spies. It's very cloak and dagger. It's very, what can I do to nudge someone? What can I do to pull the strings there? How can I smuggle that out of the city? Also, sky whales and people who worship giant mutant crows. It's just I love the game and I love the setting.
Fantastic.
That's cool.
The Chris agrees with you. He's going to have to buy the book now. I think probably a lot of people going out and buy that book.